Just Martinez with the Oklahoma. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
What did you see out of OKC down the stretch there to be able to make that a close game? And what did you see out of your group to be able to still get out with the win?
Yeah, I mean, tons of credit to the Thunder. I mean, they were just relentless for 48 minutes. The way they beat us on the board, second chance points that kind of hurt us all game, but especially in the fourth quarter when we were getting stops. They did a great job moving the ball, led to some open threes. And then when you just got multiple guys, they went small, all five guys can take it full court and drive one-on-one. It puts so much pressure on your defense. So, average one-on-one defense from us, average rotations because they did such a great job playing with force and kicking it out. Just got enough stops, in crucial moments there, a couple, blocks late. And then execution on the offensive end just allowed us to continue to sustain a lead when they were making a great run.
Big standing ovation for Steven Adams entering this game. Obviously, a long-time Thunder player. Just how big has he been on this team for you guys? I know he had 16 boards in this one. Just what's his impact been?
Yeah, I mean, I was so happy for Steven. I mean, obviously, I know last year, not sure, what the reception was like, just with COVID and everything going on. So really special to see a guy come back in a place that, he started his career here. Grew up here, early in his career, made a huge impact on the floor, but also in the community from what I know. But I know the fans meant so much to him too. So to see that ovation was awesome. That's, a credit to this community and obviously to him. But for us, I mean, he's just integrated so beautifully. His personality fits with our group so well. His professionalism is top notch. He comes in and sets a tone every single day with his work ethic, his leadership. He's found a good, groove with these guys in only his first season. And obviously he's tremendous on the floor with what he does with his physicality, his force. He plays great team basketball. We're so happy to have Steve-O. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to Michael Cole.
Taylor, what were your Dillon Brooks impressions today? And then just the second part of that question, Zaire Williams, just what did you notice about how he fit in with the second unit?
Yeah, no, just really impressed with DB, first game back. I thought he settled in great, just played really good basketball on both sides of the floor, just, exerting a lot of his force and energy out there. He never backs down. He plays super aggressive. I think as the game went on, just started finding a really nice rhythm out there, really good playmaking in the first half, 4 assists, got to his spots on the floor, shot it with confidence. Just that level of physicality is something, we're excited to have back with us. And then, with Z, obviously transitioning his role, had been in the starting lineup for a really long time. Just really impressed with what he did. Obviously taking on some tough, defensive assignments tonight. Great learning opportunity for him, but did a really good job just connecting as the ball was moving around that second unit. Finding him in the corners and the high quads. Just had a really good, overall game. Something to build off of and learn from. And obviously in a new role, but he's been accustomed to coming off the bench, being in the starting lineup. As long as he's going out there making an impact on winning, I think it's a good positive trend for him.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, at what point did you realize that both teams had the white jerseys on before the game? And Dillon waited so long for his return, and then for the game to get delayed like that, did you suspect that was killing him?
Yeah, no, what a unique circumstance. I think everyone had a nice laugh there. Obviously, something that you don't wish to happen. I didn't notice it until literally we had broken the huddle, and I'm sitting down in my chair and I'm looking up, and you just heard this murmur throughout the arena, and boom, you quickly look that everyone's got white jerseys on. So, obviously we were able to get out there pretty quickly after we got our blue unis on, and slightly delayed DB's return, but obviously it didn't keep him from going out there and having a really good game.
Parker Fleming.
Hey Taylor, with integrating a guy like Dillon back who has a big role in the offense, people kind of worry about like the shot distribution, but I mean, between Dillon, Jaren, Ja, Bane, they all were kind of in the same realm there. Just how do you think those 4 or 5 guys really just kind of mesh together and just kind of just spread the wealth for, I guess, everyone to eat there?
Yeah, no, obviously, excited to have DB back in. Now we've got 13 games left, 14, counting today to get him reacclimated. But as I've said, he's been super integrated with his teammates, understanding what he's got to do when he comes back. I think the numbers have shown when we've studied over the course of the season, that starting lineup's been pretty good for us. So obviously trying to figure out everyone's kind of role, shot distributions, all that. We just play unselfish basketball. We execute the plays that we call. Everyone will be able to benefit out there. That's all 5 guys at any given time. But, we'll see what his sub pattern looks like. Liked what he did with the second unit tonight as we kind of staggered his sub patterns. But at the end of the day, it's just really good to have an impactful player back for us that's, made a big impact on the season when he's been healthy.
All right, got time for 2 more. We'll go to Sean Coleman.
Coach, congrats on the win. 19 offensive rebounds tonight, and Steven Adams really establishing that aspect of the game early on. But not just him, Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, Jaren, just the mentality from the team when it comes to the second chance opportunities. That's a big boost, it seems, right now, especially early in games.
Yeah, I mean, it's big for us. I mean, obviously, Steven sets a tone for us in the rebounding category, especially offensively. But, since day one of camp, we've talked to our guys about, being, opportunistic, without sacrificing our transition defense. There's been times where, it has impacted it recently where we got to be better in transition. But when we can get those second chance opportunities, it's huge. Just continues to add to the chances that we can get on the offensive end. And usually we have success when we get those second chance opportunities. But it's our bigs, as you said, it's Steve-O, it's JJ, it's BC, it's Zaire and Melt running in through the corners and getting long rebounds. Remember Zaire coming up with a couple of big offensive rebounds. So that's crucial for us when we can get those opportunities. And as long as it's not sacrificing our initial wave of defense, I'm really excited about it.
Our last question to Michael.
Taylor, again with Dillon Brooks, was he on sort of like a minutes restriction today, and then just going for what would the communication be like? What would you be looking for in terms of the process of ramping him up even more to get, I guess, over 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was like a hard restriction. I think just more of a guideline on like how we want to ramp him up. So mid-20s was kind of the goal. Felt like, he had a good run there with the 25 plus minutes. And then we're just going to, luckily, with the schedule ahead, no back-to-backs until the week after. So we're going to manage it day by day, see how he responds. His workouts, he's had, good feelings the very next day in the 5-on-5 sessions. So tonight, after his first, NBA action in a while, hopefully he trends in a good direction, recovers well. Luckily, no back-to-backs for a while, as I said, but we'll just kind of manage it over the next couple of games, kind of take the guidance of the performance team, see how he responds. And once we get clearance to up the minutes more, the kind of the range that we're looking for, we'll get him back to his normal minutes pretty soon.
Thanks, Coach.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Yep.
What's that?
They have an album coming out soon, I think.
It's a local band?
Yeah, so they're gonna promote it.
Yeah, just band, sorry.
Okay, you can start.
Does this need to be turned around too?
No, that's for us. Yeah. So
Okay.
they can hear them. Ready? Yeah.
Steven, first, congrats on the win.
Cheers, man.
Just your initial thoughts on just your reaction to the beginning of the game, getting such a good standing ovation from the crowd. Just what was that like for you?
No, it was beautiful, man. Nostalgia. Yeah, it was good. It's a good feeling, bro. Warm welcoming back, you know what I mean? Yeah, miss the place with it. I came back last year, but it just doesn't feel right without the fans, right? Doesn't make the place. So it's awesome coming back, bro. It's awesome.
All right, we'll go to Michael Cole.
Steven, what was it like to get Dillon Brooks back in the lineup today? And just how did you feel like the starting lineup incorporated him back in?
That was awesome, bro. The bro's been out for a while, but just threw him straight into the starting lineup, bro, and then just got him back quick, right? He looked comfortable out there. Still got to get him up to speed with some rhythm stuff, but he knows that. He's done it before, man. So we ain't really worried about that. We just got to utilize these games coming up,
Okay, we got time for 2 more questions. Davey Chen.
Kia ora, Stephen. It's Davey from New Zealand.
Where you from?
Hi. New Zealand, from Auckland.
Auckland?
Oh, from Auckland. Yeah. I could barely hear him.
I know, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Can you hear me?
What you got, brother? No, you're sweet.
Go ahead.
Sure, repeat it.
Sweet. What do you miss the most about New Zealand since you haven't been back for a long time?
What do you miss the most about New Zealand since you haven't been back for a while?
Oh, this long, bro, it's like all the family and friends, you know what I mean? And just the people, bro, just interactions. Like, you know how we are, bro. Pretty funny. Pretty funny people. So, yeah, just miss all that, bro. But hopefully be back this summer. See the whānau and all that sort of stuff, bro. The whānau. Eat some food too, bro. Look forward to some boil-ups, some crayfish.
Okay,
Awesome,
last
cheers.
question.
Sure, bro.
Sorry, last question, Parker Fleming.
Hey, Steven, great game tonight. Just as we're approaching the end of the season, how would you kind of compare what your role has been with this team this season compared to previous stops that you've been in?
Role with this team compared to previous stops and previous teams, how it's evolved.
How it's evolved. I think it's pretty similar, bro. Yeah, just standing people away and yeah, we get some rebounds and shit like this. I think it's pretty much the same. I think maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit less pick and rolls and more get actions. I think I'm involved in a bit more get actions and stuff. But this was a natural progression for the league as well. It's not like just this team or me in particular. The whole league is kind of trending towards get actions with the bigs and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if that made sense, but make it make sense. Cheers, bud.
Just Martinez, the Oklahoma. Jaren, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
What did you see out of the group to be able to bend but not fold there down the stretch as OKC really made a push?
I just saw us lock in at the end. You know, they're gonna make shots. D-Bays and Shea gonna make shots, and Trey Man was really shifty tonight. So, credit to them. They was really playing good, but we just gotta lock in. We just locked in.
Okay, we'll go to Michael Cole.
Jaren, what was the energy like? I mean, Dillon Brooks has been around, you guys over the last couple months, but what was the energy like just when you got there?
DB is back, baby. You know what it is. 2-4. Energy's back, man. We missed him greatly. I miss my brother, but he never left. And clearly he never left because you saw what he did out there. I don't even know his stats. I don't got the paper, but I mean, he was doing his thing. I was really happy to see him out there. And we're going to continue, to just get this little cycle thing moving. Whatever we got going, we're going to keep moving.
All right, we'll go to Drew Hill.
Drew Hill.
Jaren, walk me through those minutes before the game when you guys realized that both teams had white on. And what did you do? Did you just run in the locker room and with everybody changing as fast as they could? Just walk me through those moments.
Yeah, it was I was really about to start, and I was like, oh, dang. I figured out why everybody was laughing, and then I think we were kind of figuring out who was going to go back and change. And I was saying, like, man, we're not the home team. We shouldn't have to change because, like, you guys got all your equipment here. But then, I mean, quickly we made that, like, when they said we had to go change, I just ran back there because, I was still loose. I had to just keep that going. It was like a little quick change, like when you backstage at something, like a play. So, yeah, real quick. Everybody was just hustling, ran back out there. People, if you was coming off the bench, you weren't even fully done. Like the starters just had to get back out there. So, yeah, it was pretty funny.
All right, Sean Coleman.
Jaren, congrats on the win. Know that you're excited to have Dillon back, but especially with just how you've emerged as one of the better defenders.
2-4, baby.
How you've emerged as one of the best defenders in the league this year. Getting him back, I know it's a team effort, but him on the perimeter, you in the post, how excited are you for the combo of you and him to really make this defense be one of the best in the league moving forward?
I mean, he left the game as one of the, if not the best wing defender in the game. So you know what he can do. He takes on that challenge every night. So just adding a piece like that always helps because we take pride in our defense. DB, man, back in this thing, being who he is. That's all I told him to do, man. Do you, bro. Ain't no advice. Just do you. You know what to do.
Right, that's all we got. Thank you.
DB, Dillon Brooks, the one, the villain. DB, 2-4, the duck.
Okay, we'll start the room.
Justin Martinez, the Oklahoma, Dillon, congrats on the win tonight.
Thanks.
What does it say about this group to bend but not break down the stretch as OKC makes a push?
It says a lot, but we put ourselves in that position with, not rebounding, defensive rebounding, and not taking care of the basketball and giving them chances to score. And I'm glad we pulled it out, but, we got to improve. We got to improve on defense for sure.
Got Drew Hill.
Dylan, I'm sure you were dying to get back out there. So when the jersey mishap happened, were you like, oh, wow, I'm going to have to wait even longer to finally get my chance to get out there?
No, I'm just locked in. And obviously have to go like that, but we came on strong and set a tone early, and it's a nice little combo with the dark blue and the white.
All right, we'll go to Michael Cole.
Dylan, I think when you had came back from the COVID pause, you had said that you were a little depressed, being away from your teammates. This time you were with your teammates, but you had the setback and just a long layoff from playing. Just what was your mindset like over these past couple months?
Just trying to, get my ankle stronger, and just understanding the flow of the game with all my teammates out there, and see where I can fit in, and see where I can, affect the game, and if it's cutting or playing defense or talking out there more. I just try to fit in and leave my imprint in the game.
Sean Coleman.
Dylan, first off, it's good to see you. Welcome back. Great effort tonight. 4 assists, 1 turnover. One thing that really stood out in the offensive end this year was, the passing and the decision-making and things like that. It seemed like you've really, picked right up being back. The flow of the offense, being out there with the team and how they have improved. How did it feel to get back out there and see the offense flowing like it did, especially early?
Yeah, I played a lot of play groups. Shout out to, JC and X, for helping me get ready for this, coming back. And, coach tried to tell me, share the basketball, get your teammates involved, be aggressive, but I forget what word he used, but I guess humble at the same time. And, that's what I try to do. I try to drive and, make the defense collapse and try to get my teammates the ball in the right spots and pick and choose where I can, drive and be aggressive. But it was a great game, and, I love, my teammates. They kept trying to give me the ball and make plays. So great win.
Okay, it's time for 2 more. Parker Fleming.
Hey, Dylan, welcome back. So just this season, the team's, first in steals, first in blocks, and it helps them generate a lot of fast break offense. I think coach refers to those sequences as cycles. Just what have you seen from the team this season defensively as how they're turning defense into offense rather quickly and easily?
I would say just getting steals and being active, getting deflections. We were doing better at that before the All-Star break, and we got to get back to it. Just being pesky, being physical, rebounding the basketball and pushing. We got guys that love to, get out and run and shoot threes on transition. And, when you have, like an MVP like Ja, he finds you and he's so fast, he gets downhill so quickly. So, that's the way we like to play and to keep playing like that throughout the year.
All right, last question to Michael.
Dylan, the team talks a lot about, those mental reps. For you, a lot of these players have grown since the last time you were on the court with them. Could you feel the difference, in some of their games while being out there with them today?
Yeah. Z's playing so well. He's taking the open shots. He's driving, being aggressive. We got to work on, moving our feet with him. But, I see his growth exponentially going up. And, we just are so unselfish out there. Ty's playing well, K, BC, D-Melt. So, we're going to need that when we make our push, for the playoffs.
All right, thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.